Hello everyone, welcome back to another video talking geeky stuff with me. So, back with talking about video games. But before I start, one of my friends said that I should try this. Because a lot of my videos, I always, right at the end of the 10-20 minute video, while whatever I'm doing, is always something like, hey, thank you for watching and please like and subscribe. And my friend mentioned that not many people are going to watch it to the end. That's true. So I'm going to try something. All the stuff you see on my channel, like my unboxing or purchased by me, our money. I have no sponsors, nothing like that. And fair enough. My channel is still very small. So I'm asking whoever watches this, please sponsor, please. I'm asking for no money, no money. I just want, if you can, much appreciate just to give us a like. And if you want to, please subscribe. Much appreciated. I thank you in advance. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Anyway, in the past month or so, 4 or 5 videos now has been unboxing of tech. I feel like it's a good time to go back and talk about gaming. And what's the best way? Talk about Nintendo, my favorite games company. And we had a Nintendo Direct just a couple of days ago, so why not talk about that? And I'm going to talk about my highlights. I'm going to start off with my most anticipated, and then move on to kind of my second tier and then most anticipated. Let's start with the first most anticipated game, Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. This one's at the beginning of the Direct. It was pretty cool. Love the graphics, very cel shaded with thick kind of black lines, with art, almost watercolory kind of style. Big fan of the RPG, Mario RPG. Of course, my favorite one is always going to be the Super Mario RPG. I love the remake, and then the Paper Mario. Even though the Paper Mario in the last kind of few entries kind of fell off, I do like the Mario and Luigi RPGs on the handheld devices. I'm just glad it's they haven't forgotten about it. It's been 9 years or so. So really looking forward to this. Next up, Dragon Quest III remake, HD 2D remake. This also includes 1, 2, and 3, the trilogy itself. So I think I have space to put the whole all 3 of them. Really happy about this. Big fan of Dragon Quest. Loved playing it during the SNES days when I was a teenager. So Dragon Quest is one of the few games that really got me to RPGs. It was this, Secret Mana, Final Fantasy VI, I think, in that order, if I remember correctly, that got me to Japanese RPGs and RPGs in general. So I'm really looking forward to it. I like the style remake. I personally think HD 2D remake should be the direction that companies and studios should remake their SNES, their Super Nintendo style 16-bit graphics into remakes. I'm not a big fan of like the big full-on AAA realistic graphics kind of in remakes. I just think that HD 2D remakes works better for SNES games and 16-bit graphics. Just my opinion. Next up, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This one allowed surprise because I kind of knew that there was going to be some sort of Zelda announcement. I was thinking maybe Wind Waker, Twilight Princess bundle remastered get announced, because if the rumors are right, they've been sitting on those games for so long now. It's been done for a couple of years. So this was a surprise. I loved the graphics. They kept the Link Awakening remake graphics. This time you're playing a Zelda. Really looking for that as well. I love the gaming mechanics. Eiji Onuma even said when he came in, he talked about every player will have a different experience. Definitely looking forward to that. And finally, of course, the one that I was shocked. I mean, at the back of my mind, I actually thought there could be a chance that this would get announced, but it's a low chance. I was actually, in my mind, thinking this will probably go into a Switch 2 launch title that get announced sometime in March next year as a launch title. And surprisingly, this came out. It looked really good. I think it'd probably be a dual launch, where if you get the Switch 2, you get these download patches to upgrade the graphics, frame rate, speed, and probably more enemies. That's probably going to happen. So these are my 4 most top anticipated games. So let's move on to the second most anticipated games. Starting with Donkey Kong. There was rumors around the Mario Odyssey team working on a 3D Donkey Kong. or even a remake of the Donkey Kong 64. Originally went back to like the 40th anniversary, then came and gone, nothing. But there was always rumblings and rumors about a Donkey Kong game. Of course, with the success of the Mario movie and Donkey Kong being a big part of that, this is a good time to get a Donkey Kong game out there. And this is probably the cheapest, easiest way to get there. And this is going to sell probably a few million. And I love the original. I love the game on the Wii. Tough game though, one of the toughest 2D games. So I'm happy for that. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm still waiting for a full-on, brand new, maybe a 3D Donkey Kong game. So let's hope that's for the successor of the Switch 2. Next up, Super Mario Party Jamboree. So there was a time back in not Super Nintendo, when they come out, N64. I played the first three with my brothers and sisters, and when I went to university, played with my friends. And then GameCube came, played some of those. It was around the Wii U, I kind of stopped. That's when I started working full time. That's also the time where I really kind of didn't play as much games. I mean, I still play games, but not as much. So this time I kind of stopped playing the Mario Party game. But it was a Switch that brought me back. Maybe because it's so the Switch, you can take it anywhere. I'm even playing it at work sometimes with my colleagues. And I'm just happy that the Switch has brought that back, and I've been playing a lot of Mario Party games with my friends, my family, whenever I get a chance. So I'm really looking forward to this. They said it's the biggest one, and 7 boards, 110 mini games. So, yep, definitely looking forward. And of course, probably DLC coming down the line as well. Next up, surprise. Now, Street Fighter and 2D beat 'em up games is kind of like, I grew up those. This is during the early 90s to even to the mid to late 90s. I was a teenager going to arcades, spending all my money, pocket money, on Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, the Neo Geo games, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Marvel vs. this, Capcom versus that. This was before 3D, Virtua Fighter, Tekken, before all of the Soul Caliburs, Samurai Shodown. This was amazing. But Street Fighter always been my number one 2D beat 'em up game of all time. 2 was my favorite. And there was loads of offshoot, Turbo and Hyper. They were cool as well. I just remember just spending so much money. Me and my brother go home, spend all our weekly money, and my mum and dad were really so angry at us. Anyway, and I remember in the arcades, these teenagers, 16, 17, was getting into fights or that as well. So that is kind of a cool, just nostalgia. So really looking forward to this. And this one, I kind of heard about it. I think it's a mobile game and coming to Switch. Fantasian, the creator of Final Fantasy. I'm not going to say his name because I can't pronounce it. And also the composer. I'm not even going to say that as well. The original creators of it. If you remember the Wii game back then, when he made The Last Story, it looks a lot like that. I like The Last Story on the Wii. It was really underrated. It came at a time when the same year as Xenoblade, the original Xenoblade. So he had a really good. I remember having a good year of RPG, because by the time, I can't remember which one I played first, but by the time I finished one of them, I played the other one. So I had a good 6 months of just pure amazing RPGs. If I remember correctly, both of those games was localized by Nintendo of Europe, hence why they both had English accents. So it wasn't as successful as Xenoblade, of course, but I wish if Fantasian does well, maybe look at his back catalogue on the Wii, maybe do a remake, or maybe bring that back in a remaster, give it, polish it up a bit more. So I hope they do that as well. So these are kind of 8 of my games. The first one is the most anticipated. This is the second most anticipated. So yeah, let me know what your most anticipated games are. Do you agree with my pick? Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you. And like I said earlier, please like, subscribe if you can. Much appreciated. Until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please do stay safe. Goodbye.